In an interview on CNN's New Day, Trump expounded on a national debt reduction idea that experts say is doable in the business world, but unprecedented and probably impossible in government. Have a listen for yourself to what Donald Trump told our Chris Cuomo.
We can buy back debt at a discount. People said, I want to go and buy debt and default on debt. And I mean, these people are crazy. This is the United States government. First of all, you never have to default because you print the money. I hate to tell you, okay? So there's never a default. But the point is, it was reported in the New York Times incorrectly.
That you said you would go to creditors and make them take less.
It was reported in the failing New York Times and other places that I want to default on debt. You know, I'm the king of debt. I understand debt better than probably anybody. I know how to deal with debt so very well. I love debt, but you know, debt is tricky and it's dangerous, and you have to be careful and you have to know what you're doing. But let me just tell you, if there's a chance to buy back debt at a discount, U.S. debt, in other words, interest rates go up and the bonds go down, and you can buy debt. That's what I'm talking about.
I want to get some insight now from CNN Money correspondent Cristina Alesci. This can be somewhat confusing if you don't have a degree in economics. But safe to say, if you're talking about this kind of thing like printing money, default's not a problem. Maybe in the business world that's right. But in the world of governments, the United States government is considered some of the most pristine product in the world. What happens when that gets questioned?
Many experts, both on a sovereign debt side, which is what we're talking about, when countries issue debt versus companies issue debt, experts both on the country debt and the company debt do not understand what Donald Trump is talking about today. Because, as you said, when a company issues debt, what you can do is a bondholder or the people that hold that debt could go and renegotiate it because it's an agreement between two private parties. What we are talking about is essentially trying to renegotiate U.S. debt. Well, that's what Donald Trump is talking about. That is a very complex and unprecedented move, and it basically blurs the line between corporate and country sovereign debt. It's not the same. It's a horse of a different color.
Can I also ask you, when Donald Trump talks about, we'll just go and buy back all that debt, he often says, you know, the Chinese own us and all the rest. If you want to just go back and buy back that debt, they don't have to sell it. And where are you going to get the money to buy back all that debt?
Well, essentially, you'd have to reissue more debt with the very same people who lent you the debt in the first place. So you point out an excellent inconsistency, but here's the thing. Donald Trump is talking about being tough on our trading partners, that he's going to renegotiate these trade deals, and at the same time, you're going to ask these trading partners to take a haircut on U.S. debt? Why would they do that? There's no reason they would do it. And look, the other point here, which is up on the screen, number 2 is the negative reaction in the market. If the U.S. says, we need to pay less than what we owe, which is essentially what Donald Trump is suggesting, the markets would react very negatively. Let's not forget what happened when the S&P, a major credit rating agency, downgraded the U.S. debt for the first time. The markets went crazy, okay?
Right.
Credit dried up. Now, that was a short-term reaction because people came to their senses and realized, wait a second, the U.S. is going to stand behind its debt. It's not going to try and finagle some deal. So that's why the markets came back. But there would be a very negative reaction, not just on Main Street, but in the C-suite. These are CEOs who are making decisions on how many people to hire. And they're going to be very nervous once credit dries up, once you have any panic in the markets, and that's going to potentially make the economy weaker, not stronger.
It's a little nerve-wracking to think that the full faith and credit of the United States government and our Treasury is up for negotiation. That makes, I think, a lot of people get jittery, and those jitters, they certainly dribble downhill real quickly.
Yeah, Ashley, and you know, this is a real abrupt change from what he said previously about how he would address the debt. Remember, he said he would address the debt in 8 years. It would be not a problem because he would eliminate waste and fraud.
Yeah, there was a lot of criticism that wasn't going to be anywhere near enough as well, but then this on top of that. Cristina Alesci, I think that's just the very beginning of this story. I know you've got your day cut out for you on this one. Thank you for that.
Of course.
And the CNN Money team as well.